Okay, and so in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the best way to level up inside of Fish. And I'm going to be going over a few different methods, both the best location to fish to level up inside of Fish, but also the best method in general that I use to get level 2000 really fast. So first thing we're going to be looking at is, the strat. So my personal favorite is going to be the last one, obviously, because I'm going to go like just progressively. So the first strat, obviously, is you want to use, if you can, the aquarium to the best ability. As you see, I make around 921,000 XP an hour. That is like guaranteed at least a few levels, and then also if you have the game pass, that'll benefit it. But as a quick note, if you're trying to level up, I am going to be giving away the double XP game pass to a few people, you lucky winners. All you got to do is comment your Roblox username down below, leave a like, and stay to the end of the video to enter into the giveaway. So once again, leave a like, comment your Roblox username down below, and stay to the end, and I'll be giving away the double XP game pass to a few people. So the first thing we're going to be looking at is just the simple method, which is going to be using the aquarium. So pretty much it's fairly straightforward. The better fish you have in the aquarium, the more you get out of it. My best is, I believe, this big mastered corrupted megalodon. Now this has, as you see, 96,000 XP an hour, almost 840,000 credits an hour. Now there is probably a better one. Like, I know there's way better fish. People make millions and millions more than I do an hour, but also can get millions of XP. So the best method you can do currently, from what I know, for trading. So if you don't have the ability to get these during admin abuse, my best recommendation during admin abuse is using the Dusakar rod. Now this just got buffed recently too, making it way better, but if you didn't know, it has one of the most broken slashing ability passives in the game. It has a 20% chance, and I think it literally is like 20% of the bar or something. For me, it seems like nearly a quarter of the bar. But you can go over to the trading plaza if you want to fish for that yourself, and you can trade. Now my recommendation is you can obviously do the pay to win strat, where you just buy rod skins and trade those, or you trade up for skins and trade those, or what you can do is you can grind specific fish and trade for those. So obviously, say like the Onifarx rod, wind element rod, people really want these rods, but they are a pain to get, so they'll go and trade for them. So what I did, well, for the most part, for most of the boats, since I have a ton of boats, as you can see, I have a lot of event boats. For events I didn't even play because I was taking a break from fish and all that. A lot of just boats in general I didn't even get. People traded them to me. Like, I got this boat, the bloop boat, the little boob boat, I got a rock boat, and a few other ones. All of these just by people trading them to me for specific fish. Now the fish I would recommend grinding is firstly going to be the Wrath Skyla. So if you want to grind for that, you can use the Rod of the Zenith with whatever stat you want. I would recommend Invincible, because I don't think you can actually catch it unless it has the infinite KG boost, because its KG is too low for the Skyla. You can trade this because this is one of the harder ones to get. So obviously if you are good at fishing in general, you can probably get it. But the reason why I recommend that is because people are lazy. I'll just put it that way. People are very lazy and would rather spend Robux to gift you a skin or something that you could then give them the item. So you can do that. I mean, honestly, that's just putting it straight. Trade the Wrath Skyla or a few other ones. So you can use a basic macro to catch this other fish I'll be showing you. So if you do not have a good macro, I'll have a video in the top right corner. It's a really good macro. You can go check that out. But you can come on over to Roslet Bay and you can fish King's Blessing Shiny Puffish. Now this one is so easy, you can literally macro AFK it. So you can pull up the fish radar, you can fish right here, and you can just, fish in this section. And all of this, once again, is to loop back to the fact you can trade these fish for fish in the aquarium, which will then help you get more XP, and fish. So once you are here, all you got to do is use the Poseidon rod, fish here, and you can easily get puffer fish. Use shiny totems to increase your chances. My recommendation for grinding shiny specifically is you want to use sundial totems till you have natural occurring boosted luck for shiny, and then use a shiny totem. So just further on that. And then obviously on the Poseidon rod, you get blessed, and you can also, I believe there's a relic enchant, glittered, that increases your chance for shiny as well if you get glittered, and that'll just make it even better. And then you can trade that for good fish. Now the next method you can also do is Wrath Skylas, that, and then charred boots are really good too. Now if you don't have the Poseidon rod, I'll have a video in the top right corner you can click on over to right now. That's how you get the Poseidon rod. Now the next method for grinding XP is using specific rods. Now obviously, as you know before, you can use rods that are enchanted with blessed. Now this is going to increase your luck gained from this by about 2.25, I believe, or clever, not blessed, the clever enchant. And there are actually a few rods you can craft that increase your luck. So one of the rods you can actually craft is going to be the wisdom rod. I don't believe I actually have this one. I believe all of the rods I don't have, as you see, I have 90% unlocked, are the craftable ones, which is probably something I should work on. But this one is actually really good. It is going to have a plus 5% XP for every perfect catch streak, and this can get up to 80%, meaning you can get 80% extra luck if you build up a streak, which is really good, considering you can grind basic fish, get really good enchants on this, like Herculean or something like that, or you can combine this with getting clever clever or wise, and this will make you get even more XP. Now, I'll also show you my favorite spot for grinding XP inside of Fisch in a second, but firstly, I would honestly just recommend getting that rod. Now, the second best rod you can get, or not second best, this is probably the best rod for XP, is going to be called the Rod of Oscar. This rod has its own passive, which is really broken. Now, it has a passive, as you can see, a relic of the dead man's tail with a moderate boost to experience with a 5% chance to apply the Spirit of Oscar. Now, this rod, I mean, is a really good rod in general for that passive alone, but it has a 30% progress speed boost and a 1.35x increase from a fish. The previous rod is better for XP up front, but you have to get perfect catches and all that. So it technically is better for XP up to 80% more. This one is only, you know, like 35% more. So technically the other rod is better, but you know, you have to do perfect catches and all that. But this rod just always applies that XP boost, meaning you can also then get clever from enchanting with the normal enchant relics, or you can then also apply the cosmic relic enchant wise, which will further increase your XP gain, putting you at a very, very high overall. If you apply all of those onto it, so you get the Great Rod of Oscar, you get the clever enchant and wise, you get a crazy boost to your XP gain, and this will allow you to grind XP. You get at that point nearly 3 times as much XP. And then if you also consider, if you do get a perfect catch, that actually doubles the XP of the fish. So a perfect catch is double the XP if you didn't know that. So when you catch a fish, it doubles the XP when you do a perfect catch. So if you have that, and then you also include all the enchants and the Great Rod of Oscar's passive, you're getting nearly 3 times that. So you could get nearly 6 times the XP off of a fish. Now, the best spot for fishing XP inside of Fisch is definitely by far going to be this one. So if you have an Aurora totem or have the ability to run Aurora totems, this is going to be the first one. The second one is if you don't have the ability to run Aurora totems, but the first spot is going to be in Castaway Cliffs of this one specific area. So this is going to be the best spot for fishing XP inside of Fisch. This is going to be right here. You're just going to fish in this pond right here. And so you can get a lot of really good fish in here, mainly being you can consistently get this one right here, which has good XP, and the scalloped hammerhead. So this is one of the only zones that allows you to consistently catch exotics, which is why a lot of people favor here for just things in general. But that passive alongside being able to catch an exotic consistently is really overpowered for grinding XP. Now, the next spot, this is if you can't run Auroras consistently, is going to be the best spot in my opinion for fishing for XP and fish. So you're going to come on over to Mushgrove, and it's in this specific area in here. So you're going to come over to Mushgrove Swamp, and you're just going to make sure you come onto this back area. So I don't think a lot of people actually know about this spot since it is pretty decent, but you're just going to come on where you see all these carrots, and then you're going to see this little section right here. So this is on the back side, and it's going to say crawl, and then you're going to come on into the carrot garden. Now, this carrot garden is pretty broken for just grinding in general. You can buy the carrot rod right here if you don't have it, but you're just going to fish into this water right here. So you're just going to fish in here, and then you're going to catch these fish. These fish are going to have really good naturally high XP just because of this zone. And then as you see, we just got 911 XP out of an uncommon fish. So really overpowered. And then alongside that, the carrot garden also has, once again, the other zone that can commonly allow you to catch exotics. So if you can also run Auroras in here, that's pretty good. But once again, I'd recommend fishing in here. And then you can also use the targeted bait of, you know, things for this. So these don't have any specific bait that they like, but my personal favorite, if you consider the Great Rod of Oscar has the passives, it has a lure speed of 95. So if you do want to just skip out on that, my personal favorite bait is the night shrimp. So the night shrimp is my personal favorite with a universal luck of 90 and a 15 lure speed. So you can use something like that, or you can use any other bait. I mean, obviously you can use anything else, but that's just my preference. But for the most part, your most best benefit is going to come out of the aquarium. So as you see, 921,000 XP, claim that, boom, it doubles. Now we get nearly 2 million XP because of the game pass. Once again, we are giving away the game passes, but that is going to be one of the best methods alone. But for the most part, that's pretty much it for this video on the best way to grind XP inside of Fisch. So if this video helped you out, make sure to leave a